Good evening, Blue Nation. So we return to you again midweek, and we're going to go over last night's brilliant performance down at Deepdale when Everton went up there and gave Preston a little bit of a kicking in the second round of the Carabao Cup. So let's get into it then. So the team: Pickford between the sticks, Merlin Roll right back, Tarkovsky and Keane in the middle, Mikolenko on the left. Midfield: Armstrong, Garner, and Dewsbury Hall, all backing up Barry, who was flanked by Tyler Diblin and Ilian Njai. So the first half kicks off. We started the game on the front foot, done really well. I think it was like 3 corners that we'd won in like the first 10 minutes. We had the chance to open the scoring after a quarter of an hour. Beautiful through ball from KDH, saw Thierno Barry, and he just got through. And like the shot was just too tame. It was too easy for the keeper. That should really have been 1-0. Then another great ball from Dewsbury Hall found Mikolenko. He just plays a sublime little pass just across the 6 yard area, and there's Thierno Barry to tap in from 6 yards, opening the scoring on 25 minutes, 1-0, Everton. As the half wore on, a long ball from Preston caught out Merlin Roll. It was an absolutely ugly ball. It just come straight down. I don't know what Roll was doing. Bounced past him, and I think it was Berzog, the lad from Preston. He played the ball back, and it was Loire, the French lad. And luckily for us, he blasted over in probably their best attempt, in my opinion, of the game. Then just before half-time, young Diblin, he was played in. Beautiful ball again by Jimmy Gardner. Jimmy Garner, I'm doing it David Moyes now, only to see his shot well saved by the keeper. The whistle went on a half where Everton could easily have been 3-0 up, in my opinion, with the game over and done with and put to bed. Half-time, Preston 0, Everton 1. Carl, give us your thoughts, and no more Jimmy Gardner.
Well, I'll try my best, mate. I'll try my best. Right, yeah, I thought it started off brilliantly. From start to the finish of the first half, passed it around, really neat and tidy. Great to see a start 11 that was like quite strong because we've gone to these games before and we've had like 7, 8, 9 changes like we did last year. We're absolutely awful, and then we end up coming away with like a defeat. When I've seen the lineup and I've seen Tarkovsky and Keane together, I thought Jake O'Brien might start, but clearly he's fell out with him. Then I thought, oh, we're going to concede at least one because those two can't defend together. But every man is dog, even Mikolenko, brilliant in the first half. And as you say, passed it around great. That first goal we got was Dewsbury Hall straight over the top. When Mikolenko got it, I thought he was going to shoot, and I almost had my head in my hand saying, please pass, please pass. He did the right thing, passed it to Barry in front of goal, and bang, slotted it in 1-0. Absolutely fantastic. From that, and as you say, at the other end, they had probably one of maybe 2 chances in the whole game. Merlin Roll again. I think the issue with Merlin Roll is he likes to attack and get forward. He's not defensive. He's not a defender, so he's not defensively minded because he's a midfielder by trade. Whereas if you have Jake O'Brien, he's more of a defender. At least he can defend even though he doesn't get forward. So it's because we haven't bought a right back in 3 years, then it's obviously it's best of devil, and it's like one or the other. Go with the attacking threat or play O'Brien at right back, and he's clearly said he doesn't want to play there. So I think that Merlin Roll error, their chance came from that. But other than that, they didn't really trouble us in the first half at all.
Yeah, totally agreed, mate. Chris, what were your thoughts? Have you got anything to add to that, mate?
Well, let's get rid of the elephants in the room first, very quickly, which was the pre-match conference that Moyes done, which I thought was really negative. I get it about the Premier League, but still, you still want to win a trophy along the way if you're trying to get to Europe. So I thought it was pretty negative. But onto the game itself, when I saw the lineup, I thought contradicted himself really, hasn't he? Because I was expecting, like last year, 8 changes or something like that. But just to see 3, I thought I was made up. I thought it was a really strong side what he put out. Acne wasn't on it. He's took a knock or something. And Brantwaite, he's just being brought back in slowly every other game, I reckon. But, we got off to a flyer. First 10 minutes, we took total control of the game. When Mikolenko got the ball, that pass to Barry for Barry's first goal. I thought it was a brilliant pass. I've always defended Mykolenko. I know a lot of people don't like him, but I don't know what possessed him last night. But he was outstanding for me last night, Mykolenko. Dewsbury, brilliant. Alison Armstrong, he had a fantastic game. Fantastic first half. Must have been hard for him to go back to Preston as well. Yeah, he was fantastic. We're going to have a superstar, homegrown superstar there. All in all, it was a good first half. It was good to go in 1-0. I was expecting more. Barry had a couple of chances. I mean, everyone was shooting at the goal. When I saw the stats as well at the end, it was like 29 shots and 10 on target, 32 touches in the opponent's box. So, yeah, it was a really good game. First half, fantastic. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Before we go to a break, Carl, do you want to add your opinion there, mate, along with Chris, about Moyes and these stupid comments that he's making?
I thought the press conference, the pre-match press conference comments were absolutely bizarre. To attack Joe Thomas the way he did, basically saying, what you'd rather do, win a cup or to get relegated. Well, if you get a decent fucking team, play a decent team, and buy decent players, then there's no chance of us getting relegated. And every man and his dog wants to fucking win a cup. If you win the Carabao Cup or the League Cup, whatever you want to call it, if you would go on and win the finals at the end of February, beginning of March, so you could be in Europe by then, and then at least you guaranteed Europe no matter where you finish. So I think that's fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll go on and talk about it at the end. Is a speech at the end of the match after we the result and stuff. But I wasn't happy with that either.
We'll get to the post-match review when we talk about the second half, Carl. Fucking cheeky bastard, didn't it?
Oh, yes, 100%.
All right, boys, with that in mind then, I'll just add my little tuppence in there. I don't think we need it. It's unproductive, and at the end of the day, it's been 31 fucking years. Do you know what I mean? So we want to win that fucking trophy, don't we? All right, then, on that note, let's go to our amazing sponsors, Andy's Man Club. Life is hard, and we all have bad days. There are times when we feel we can't cope. This is the time we need to reach out and talk to someone. Andy's Man Club offers local support groups nationwide, running every Monday from 7 p.m, except on bank holidays. In these groups, men can open up about the issues affecting their lives in a safe, non-judgmental environment. Our clubs are designed to be free of pressure. There is no obligation for men to speak, they can simply listen if they wish. Find us today at www.andysmanclub.co.uk. Help one guy, save one life. Andy's Man Club, it's good to talk. Welcome back, Blues. That was our amazing sponsor, Andy's Man Club. Remember, lads, it's good to talk. Please, for God's sake, don't hold anything in. Okay, so the second half, and we came out firing on all cylinders, just as we left it, to be fair. No drop in pace. An early counter attack saw Barry, he found KDH, and he had the low shot that was saved by the keeper. In my opinion, and I really do like Keenan Dewsbury. It could and it should have been 2-0. 5 minutes later, and then we get a pinpoint cross, finding the head of Barry, and it wasn't really his fault. The pace of the ball come in, and it was a cracking cross, by the way, but he just headed it narrowly wide. It would have been probably a pixel perfect goal of a replay of the goal he scored the other day. And then on the hour, we scored our second. A clever little ball by Ilian Njai just set KDH loose. He got in the area, hit a really stinging shot. The keeper just gets his hands across, he parries it, puts it out into the box, and there's Barry. Right place, right time, Fox in the box, instinctive finish, taps it home for the rebound, and the second goal of the night. And realistically, it was over then. And then we made a couple of changes. Nathan Patterson replaced Tyler Diblin, and Brennan Johnson come on for Jimmy Garner. Moments later, Jordan Pickford shown why he's fucking Jordan Pickford. He just made an absolutely spectacular point-blank save. The kid, Callum Long, at Preston, ball's bouncing around, and he just throws himself up for an overhead kick. And it just, for me, time seemed to slow down. He caught it, and I was convinced it was in the back of the net, and there's JP out of nowhere just doing what JP does. What a fucking save. And then Pickford then turned provider. It was a lovely throw out from the back. Throws the ball up to midfield. There's Dewsbury Hall, and he plays a nice little ball onto Brennan Johnson, playing Johnson in. He gets into the area, and quite unselfishly, he slides the ball across, and there's Thierno Barry to tap home. 3-0 on the night, and more importantly, his first Everton hat-trick. So well done to the kid. It's nice to see it clicking for him. And then, wouldn't you know, it's 60 seconds later, and Barry turns provider. He teed up Brennan Johnson for his first Everton goal. 4-0 the Toffees. Absolutely fantastic. And then we just had 3 late substitutions. Alcaraz come on for Keenan Dewsbury Hall. Tyreek George for Ilian Njai. And Adam Asnu came on for hat-trick hero Thierno Barry. And we saw out the remainder of the game. An absolutely brilliant night for the Blues. Full time, Preston 0, Everton 4. Chris, give us your thoughts on that second half.
Yeah, I thought we'd come out again, pressing and pushing. Preston, they had the ball a couple of times, like you pointed out. JP, that save, another worlder. But you've got to give the Preston lad credit. It was some overhead kick. I've got to say, I did think it was going in, but good save by Pickford. Barry, with his head, he was really unlucky not to score. It was inches wide of the post. Dewsbury Hall again comes up, shot in, gets saved. Really good instinct and reaction by Thierno Barry. Puts his second goal in. Everton 2-0 up. Like you say, Brennan Johnson's brought on, I think, for the last 28 minutes, something like that. And Barry, he becomes Brennan Johnson, becomes provider for Barry. And I've got to be honest, lads, he could have scored that goal himself, Brennan Johnson. But, like you said, he selflessly passed it for Barry to get his hat-trick. And it was a cracking tapping again. And 3-0 up. And then, like you said, Barry became the provider for Brennan Johnson. And I've got to say, the pace on that lad, how he got there, and the way he just slotted that ball in, and the way he grabbed the top by the badge and was virtually pulling it off to the fans. I think after not scoring for 33 games, that it must have been really emotional for him, especially after getting an assist as well. And he did the right thing, taking and die off and Barry. I mean, to be honest, Barry looked like he had a bit of a limp, like he took a knock. So let's hope he's all right and he's not done anything too serious, because that's the last thing we need. But he did the right thing in bringing the lads up, so they're ready for Bournemouth at the weekend, which is going to be a tough game. But overall, I thought we dismantled them. We took control when we needed to. I mean, what I've got to say is, I've got to give the midfield credit as well, because them lads, they was finally feeding the ball through, for Barry, which is what we need. We need midfielders that can feed the ball through. It was great to see Garner again. Glad he's back in the team. Opening starting Saturday. So, yeah, it was a fantastic second half. I loved it. Great win.
Yeah, great stuff, Chris. Before we go to you, Carl, just to mention there to those travelling Evertonians last night, you do the club proud each and every week, every single one of you. Carl, give us your thoughts, mate.
Right, yeah, started the second half, just as we finished the first half, really passing it around as if Preston weren't there at times. Great chances, as I say, Thierno Barry with the header. It was just unfortunate, it just went wide. They had the chance, as you say, Jordan Pickford, hero of the moment there, because obviously with Keane and Tarkowski in the central defence, I thought they're bound to concede one. Not when Jordan's around, to be fair. So another world-class save by him. Gone to the second goal now. Great crossing, great shot by Keenan Dewsbury Hall. I know he didn't score tonight, or last night, sorry. But he was instrumental in a lot of the play. Obviously, the first goal he started. The second goal he obviously made the goalkeeper into a save. And that's what you want, your striker right in front of goal, sitting there. I mean, I've seen better standing in front of goal like that and missing open goals, falling over the ball and shit like that. So see Barry, he might have hit him on the leg and it went in. He needs that bit of luck, and he started the season off on fire at 2-0. 3-0 comes along again. Barry, there is right place, right time again. Great assist by Brennan Johnson, who came on, as you say, with 28 minutes to go. Absolutely fantastic. Great to see what he's done in 28-minute cameo in a game against Preston. He did more in that 28 minutes than what McNeil did in pretty much most of his Everton career. So I couldn't believe how fast he actually is. I mean, I knew he was a quick kid, but the pace on that, to get to the ball, to cross it in for Barry for his third goal, his hat trick, as you see, as Chris said earlier on, he could have easily took that on himself. He saw Barry in a great position. Thought he'll pass it on for his hat trick and not be selfish. Passed it in. Barry there all day long. 3-0. Game over, as you say, at that point. To get 4-0, I mean, Barry again, he becomes the assister. He gets the ball in midfield. I think it was a great pass by Dewsbury Hall again. I thought he would pass it forward because I think Njai was running into the box as well. I thought initially that the pass was going to go to him. He passes it straight between the two of them. Brennan Johnson there, back stick, bang, straight into the corner. 4-0, absolutely fucking made up for the kid. Buzzing for that we actually started with a tough, a first team squad. What does kind of worry me is for Saturday is if Hayden Hackney's fit and if he comes back in, because I don't know where he fits into that midfield at the minute. Because with Garner, Dewsbury Hall, and Armstrong playing the way he did, anyone's going to struggle to knock any of them three out of their positions. And Hackney's a really good ball player, as Chris said. You want someone that's playing the ball forward, which Hackney does, and that'll create more chances for the likes of Barry or a new striker if we get a new striker in. But 4-0 at the end of the game, absolutely buzzing, because these games for us are usually banana skins. So made up that he's actually took this one seriously. Maybe after the press conference he's had a bit of a kick up the arse. He's been told behind the scenes, you've got to fucking put a strong team out here and win this. Or at least go try and get as far as you can without fucking it up. So absolutely happy days. I'm sure we'll go on to speak about it in a second when you had your say. But I want to speak about the post-match as well, because I think Moyes' comments after the game, especially about Thierno Barry, for me were disgusting.
Yeah, well, I was in work and I watched the match with a tenant of mine. So the full-time whistle went and I got off and I was coming home. Do you want to elaborate there then, Carl? And then we'll ask Chris's opinions after that.
Yeah, because he got interviewed and he was asking him how Thierno Barry had done. And he was like, oh, he could have done more work here and he could have done, he is getting better, but he needs to work harder in certain things and stuff. So the kid is getting his confidence. You really have to fucking kick a kid when he's just scored a fucking hat-trick and he's buzzing, ready for the next game. You're going to kick him because he hasn't done this and he hasn't done that. He scored you 3 goals in a 4-0 win, 1 assist. He's put you into the fucking next round of the cup. That if you probably had your team and your way, then you fucking wouldn't have been you'd have been fucking probably kicked out of it. Because I think on the face of it, you just make sarcastic comments about fucking, all managers want to win cups and this, that, and the other. Well, fucking you've proved before that you don't want to come on and win cups with the teams you play. So for him to fight Barry off the way he did, I thought was really fucking harsh on Barry. Man of the match, the rest of it was his best game for Everton. And I thought, if Barry's listening to that, he's thinking, I've just had one of my best games for Everton, if not the best game I've played for Everton. And then I'm getting shit like that off the manager. What do I have to do to get him to clap and cheer me? But other than that, and then he mentioned about, I think she asked him at the end about any signings. He says he's going to try and get them in, but he's not hopeful about definitely getting anybody. Which is he's not something that all fans want to hear, or any fans want to hear, because the team's not ready. I know he's had a good start, but for me, it needs at least 2 or 3 players, if not more.
Yeah, they were interesting comments from what you said there. I mean, I think my quick comeback is when you're Joe Royle and you've won a cup for Everton, then fucking talk. It's been 31 years, like we all know, and he just needs to knock it off, in my opinion. There, I agree with you. Chris, I know off air, mate, you were saying you were annoyed about it. Do you want to air your thoughts, mate?
Yeah. I was completely shocked, to be honest with you. I thought we'd just been knocked out the semi-final of the cup, not gone through to the third fucking round. The way he was talking, honestly, I don't know what's gone on at the club or if anything's been said to him. But the pre-match and the post-match, which was worse, the conference, yeah, he just seemed really distant and angry. And what he said about Barry, saying that he needs to play better. The chances that he had, he should have scored them, and he wanted him to score them. That's what he said. And that, I mean, you've got a lad there. He scored an hat-trick. He's got man of the match. Oh, sorry, he got an assist as well. He's got man of the match. So that's 2 games, 4 goals and an assist already. And he's saying that. And I hope if he sees it, that he takes it in a good way and makes him kick on more and be getting hat-tricks here, there and everywhere. And not let him get down. And then when he started going on about, we definitely need players in other positions, and that certain positions tonight didn't go as we planned and should have been played better. I just couldn't see any problem in the game at all. I couldn't see any wrongs or mistakes really. Which I got to be honest, Keenan Taki, I was expecting a couple of mistakes, but there was none. It was a perfect game. It's like I said, it was one of the best games I've watched us play in a long time. And then to say at the end that we definitely need at least 3 more players, as if he was putting the team down that's just played. You know, as if to say, listen, after watching that, we definitely need to sign more players. That's how it felt. It was a weird press conference. It really was. It was strange. And I don't know what's going on. But with this Ndai situation, if he really is going, maybe that's why his face is like it is. I mean, I couldn't tell you. But anyway, if Ndai does go and it's 80 million, taking the money all day, because like you always say, the club is bigger than any player. You know what I mean, Nick?
Yeah, absolutely, Chris, 100%. I think one little comeback there quickly from like the comments that Moyes had made with regards to us needing new players and all that. I think my answer would be quite simple to him. You're the fucking manager. You sort it out. Okay, so that's enough about Moyes and his whinging face and all that. An absolutely fantastic performance from the lads. Thierno Barry, all of them played really, really well. Proud to be an Evertonian last night. The boys done us proud.
Yeah.
Them travelling Everton fans done the team proud as well. And our reward is a game at the Dixie against Wolverhampton. So we're going to leave it there, guys. I think we've all had a little moan about Moisey long enough, and it's about the team and not the manager. Absolutely fantastic performance last night. Carl, a pleasure as always, mate.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure to speak about a win and a convincing win.
Fantastic. Chris, thank you for your time as well, mate. Always a pleasure.
Yeah, no problem. Great podcast tonight. Always good to be doing one on the back of a win.
Yeah, 2 games, 2 wins, 4 Thierno Barry goals, up the fucking Toffees.